Closer, closer, closer. Closer, closer from the last one. I'm looking for a good vibration.
We ain't got nowhere to be. We've got a moment to breathe and watch the clouds roll by. There's no such thing as time when we You don't have to say anything. I don't want you to think too much. Let our bodies soak in the sun. Yeah, there's no need to run, no rush. You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world.
Good morning. Good morning to another I'm saying morning, but it really is good night. That's Munashe's fault. She she has my mind running all over the place. I blame Munashe. Um, so
Poor
welcome to
me.
TwepTwep. Welcome to TwepTwep. Welcome to yet another show, and I'm going to give you guys a clue as to what this show is about. Um, the last time we were here, we had the village idiot with us, and he was giving us some tips and pointers from the 10-point guide, which is his little guidance. And we are doing again the art of kissing, right? So the art of kissing. And this is part two. We're looking forward to a very, very interesting conversation with everybody tonight. And I'm going to kick back and allow Munashe and the others just to um, get the conversation rolling. But before we even get it, do anything else, I would like to say tonight I am looking forward to the conversation
Oh,
about
yes.
um, kissing other lips and other places, because I'm sure
Wow,
that I'll get some pointers
You
from
want to go too
my
far now.
learned, my
that's
learned,
interesting.
my learned co-hosts tonight. So I think Munashe, I think we start off with just the normal little things about kissing. We talk about
Yes.
the village idiots 10 points, and then we can heat it up a little bit. We'll talk about more intimate lip locking, and Aidan will tell us that it's not all the time that you need to lock your lips. Sometimes you need to part them and all these things. But yes,
But I wanted to point out. You remember when I said I did my research last week? Everybody is.
yes,
But
ma'am.
you realize I told you about this man who wrote a book from when in the 80s,
Hmm.
and he had many other books off of that, and even a workshop every year. Kissing is a big deal,
Big, big,
and it
big,
is
big
big
deal.
money. You see, the one episode we had to come back again and discuss this thing.
Boy, I tell you.
Kissing. So, Village Idiot, you need to get that book out on the market.
Greetings, everybody.
Greetings, sir. Greetings.
It's good to be back. And yes, Munashe, I really do need to publish that. Um,
You do.
but I'm curious to know from the listeners if anyone doesn't mind sharing if they put any of the tips into practice, and if so, how did it go?
Hmm. You hear that, guys? Let us know if you A needed any of the tips, and B, even if you never need them, if you integrated them into your little chups time, um, and how did it go? But while you respond in the comments, and I mean, if there's anybody that wants to join us, if you go to our link tree, you will now see that you can click on share your opinion live, and you will be able to join our studios and actually talk with us during this live. Now you see, Village Idiot, you asked a question of, did you use any of the tips? And
Right.
here's one listener jumping in and said, she's not talking about using the tips. She's volunteering to have the tips used on her. Right,
That's
right.
right.
Oh, wow. The follow-up is she's already a great kisser. She don't need your tips.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, I see. Okay.
I would
All right.
want to hear what kind of instructions and models she wants to be she's volunteering for. And
Right.
and I
I'm
mean,
now curious
you
to
know,
know that. What if she's already an expert kisser? What is she volunteering for?
you understand?
Is she
To
gonna
show her expertise, of course.
is she willing to help others get to her level?
I tell you. And and,
I
and and
want
is
to know
she
where she's
being kissed?
volunteering.
What you mean, which part of our body or
Where she
location?
volunteering? Where she gonna exercise these practices?
Boy, I can set up a live, and we can have a part three with live demonstrations. It's not a problem.
Okay, okay, with the mannequin.
Lord.
Am I sensing some territorialism? Yes, as we are saying. What we're talking about now, Brain?
Boy, I trust me, head gone. And see there, yes to all those questions, right? Anyway, make we move it along quite quickly, yeah, because I don't want to get no beat up in the night, yeah. So, I think, Village Idiot, you were talking about one of the points that you raised in your little breakdown about how to kiss. I think was about the cradling of what it is or who it is you're kissing, yeah.
Right.
And then another one was about ensuring that you're kissing where you want to kiss and nowhere else, so that you're not slobbering all over the person's face.
Right.
Thing. But isn't there a space for, as one listener said last week, when you must just eat our face?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
But again, and I think we went into it just briefly during the last episode, where that is perfectly fine. However, this is not something you do on the first 2 or 3 dates. This is usually reserved for someone that you've established a certain rapport and comfort with, and
Right.
you're ready to go to the 33rd degree of freakiness.
The 33rd degree. So now we talk about levels 1 through 32. How are I going?
No, but he was doing that last week, and people just skipped all the other levels in between and jumped to 33 and talk about eat off face and lick off face and yeah.
See, they know.
Yeah, I think that
There
listener
you go,
got
lick me.
particularly excited. Yeah, exactly. The listener got particularly excited. I don't know if it was all the talk of kissing that's on her level. Because as an expert kisser, I'm guessing she's not used to kissing men that are on her level. So when she hears somebody that is a fellow Jedi,
A Jedi.
she,
Right.
she got excited, which
So
is understandable.
So let me ask you, Village Idiot, what kind of force you use?
The
light,
force,
the light side or the dark side? Because
never the dark side.
never the dark side. So here I know, watch out, 69 degrees of freakiness. White can be from the first date. I think I want to give that one to one of the ladies. Why this 69?
No, Mr. Samuel.
Yeah, I'm the from
No.
the first date.
Why
On
the
the first-
69 can be what?
On the first
On
day.
the first date.
Come back.
No, so you can't just eat
No.
anywhere. Don't you look up the reviews for the restaurant? You want to know the location of the restaurant, how many people have traffic there, is it popular, is it not popular, is the food good? Before you get up and you make a reservation. Yeah, that's so
Exactly.
funny.
But
Thank you very
Bolande,
much.
if we're on the date, it means that I've already looked up all of those things and said, boy, I will eat at this restaurant. So why not eat from the first night we go?
Boy,
No, never found that.
Hmm?
Never found that at all.
No, remember we're talking about the licking off of face. Can we get back to the point, please?
No.
We're talking about the
Boland.
licking off of face.
You want to talk about
Bolande.
it?
The
No, man.
69th and the
We are-
32nd degree
No,
on
you see,
the first date.
I
Well,
like
let me
Mr.
tell you,
Samuel
it can
bringing
happen. It can happen if you're under some good liquor and some good weed. So yes, it can happen.
Because you see, I like the fact that Mr. Samuel was bringing this 69th degree, because where I want to get to, wanna still left on face, right? So when you want to
We
know
have to work.
the other
You see?
places, you get me?
No one
That's the
got there
problem.
with you, Brain. No
Brain?
one got there with you too.
But
no,
brain.
don't say with me
Brain?
there, because you get in trouble.
But brain, you see,
Yes,
this is
Munashe.
a problem.
boy.
This is a problem with you men, always
Mhm.
rushing things, darling.
Oh, sorry.
Start.
sorry,
As
sorry.
this is why we had to talk about the art of kissing.
Right.
Y'all want to rush through the kissing to move on to next things. Start with the mouth, the lips, the chin, the neck. Move your way down. Did you ever read Songs of Solomon in the Bible?
I don't want to answer that question. I might
Okay.
go too much.
Start.
Well,
So
let's get there.
so
What
let's
about
work.
neck kissing?
Well,
Alright.
that's what
We
I'm
haven't
saying. Let's
spoken
start
about
with
the
the
neck.
mouth. Last week was a mouth, so let's
Right.
slowly move our way down, sir.
All right. So where we reach now? The nape of the neck.
And then after the neck, we'll get to the nipple kissing. Because I might think that you got neck.
Yes, you're going for that talk. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But by the way, hold on now. No, I have another question now to bring up nipple kissing, friend. I have a next question. Is there a difference between kissing and sucking? Or is sucking a part of kissing? Sucking, biting, when we're talking about this art of kissing, yeah? Are we just talking about the little choops where say the sound,
No, darling.
or whether in a type of thing?
Brain, do you have that video I sent you the last time we had this show? You remember how that man was kissing her?
Yeah,
It was the nape of her neck. He was all over. He was on her ear. He was, kissing her mouth. He was all over. So it's everything involved.
I know. One of our listeners, Miss Coretta, if I may dare call her name, but I don't think she minded. I know Miss Coretta is all for the nipple kissing. I am pretty sure Coretta don't want nobody come plant no chooks on her nipple. She want you to charge the titty.
Hold on. Let me mute the mic for this one. I'm gonna laugh too hard.
How you know all of this, Mr. Idiot? I mean, you talk very, very strong. I don't know, man.
I think I know Miss Coretta well enough to make certain assumptions.
Right. I love how you put in the assumptions part there, so that when they get you up. But no, I mean, again, guys, on a real, we are listening out for your comments in Spitter up. What I want right there now? We land no.
Are we talking about the same thing here?
I wondering.
I think we moved on.
In Spitter up. Correct and defend yourself. I want to go another place here.
There's nothing to defend. Coretta know that she want that to forget Cha-Cha.
Mm-hmm.
So Cha-Cha like a steak.
What Cha-Cha mean? No, Mr. Idiot. I understand that Cha-Cha argument there.
I mean, when I say Cha-Cha, for those listening who are not yet initiated.
For the uninitiated. Mm-hmm.
For the uninitiated. Unless your partner specifically requires it, it goes without saying that any use of teeth should not be for the sake of pain or joy and blood. Or rather, too much pain. Let me rephrase that. Too much pain. So when I speak of Cha-Cha and Miss Coretta's titty them, I'm speaking of gently using the teeth to chew and nibble.
Rotted. To gently chew and nibble.
Let me ask you guys and the listeners, as we're talking about kissing Munashe in the different areas, right? Since we're not getting down to the different parts yet. Has any woman here experienced an orgasm from kissing above the navel? And has any man here brought a woman?
I don't know why I'm not hearing you clearly.
Well, your audio is going out.
Yes, a little more.
No. Are you guys hearing me clearly now?
Much better.
Sounds
now.
better.
Yes, much better.
So I was posing a question to my fellow listeners and speakers here. I would like to know if the women have any experienced climax from any kissing above the navel, and if the men have brought any women to climax just from kissing above the navel, anywhere above the navel.
Men, have you brought a woman to climax by kissing, by staying your mouth staying above her waist, right? And women, have you ever had that experience where a man has brought you to that kind of a climax? So while we wait on some of the responses, I want to highlight some of the things that some women don't like them titty to be Cha-Cha.
Thank you very much.
Don't like them
I'm not alone.
Yeah. And some say that this Cha-Cha business, even though you call them name all day long, right? Them Cha-Cha business, they must have gone with lip and tongue. You can't bring the teeth into the thing, cause not that not gonna work. Then no, what have we seen now? This is someone I jump up.
Answers to the questions you asked.
Someone I jump up now and say, boy, yes, he's brought a woman to a nipple orgasm. And the next man
That's
are saying,
right.
yes, he has done it. But what you know, no?
Yes, man. Yes,
Fear the lion
man.
man them
Yes.
know. Hey,
No, well, you see, Kimmy, let me tell you, I wouldn't cuss the man them and call them liar. Talk about the liar woman then. The woman never make them believe
Women
that
have
something was
life
dun,
going
dun,
on.
experiences.
dun. Plot
If the
twist.
woman don't believe that, make them believe that something going on, they wouldn't be sitting here saying that they have done it.
Rotted. So what you're saying is that some of the man them get faked out
Plenty times.
plenty,
But
plenty
that's
time.
not the topic we're on tonight.
It's true, it's true, it's true.
Move
I
back
believe that one there
to
alone. We could go back to
So
them kissing.
what women only never experience it? Since the man them out here talking say yeah, I feel them think that nipple orgasm easy.
Yes, let's hear from the women. Women, which
Women,
of you
I only
have
see.
orgasm?
Hold on, is this a yes? Boy, people call name.
Yes, Coretta.
People call name. Boy, so the yes, them they are rolling and low.
yeah. So
Yes.
you're so hold on. The yes is to the nipple orgasm or to, as Doc says, anywhere above the navel.
Right,
No,
right.
I think it's anywhere
Because
above the navel. I think it's anywhere
okay,
above the navel.
because I can tell you my back has a life of its own.
I saw
Really?
Yes.
next
That's
well,
it.
I wonder who I can farm that information out to now. Hmm. My,
Who
my,
needs
my,
to
The
know
back
knows
kitchen is a
already.
real thing though. The
my
back
Yeah,
back.
kitchen is
it's
something else.
yes. That's where you don't mind the teeth
All
That's
right.
if
right,
used right.
Munashe.
If
Mhm.
used right.
If used right, you want your back charge out.
Yes.
Wow. Listen, only a
Should I try
magician
about
could
it?
make me have an orgasm saying about my navel. You're mad? What do you mean? Talk to them,
No,
yes.
son, no, no.
Well, who
Please,
said that?
fire him, find somebody
Who
else.
said
This
that?
is
You know,
possible.
Kimmy
only
Kimbella?
only a
Possible.
magician could make me have an orgasm. Now the funny thing is that watch my
Staying
boy
above the
running
navel.
now. So people need new man.
Uh,
Hold on, please no hookups on the show because when I got to pay me for the time, right?
Exactly.
I think Kimmy is unfortunately unaware that there are many a magician out there.
Boy,
Indeed, my dear. Indeed. Go and find your own
A full time you stop pick up con artist and pick up a true magician. You don't want the kind of magician who is gonna pull $1 out of your ear. You want the kind of magician that is going to make your panty disappear.
Ray.
Lyrics.
Whoa!
Yo. Hold
Mercy.
on, you know.
Yes.
Let me go on. They don't want them have them out the road like some idiot. Kind of better out of all them and tell them brethren so them girl come all the time. With that's the woman faking the orgasm thing that I believe Trevor is
Yes.
part of.
We need that
Hold
video of the guy who the girl tell him to put
All
down the
right,
drain.
that
Yeah.
video where the guy. Oh yes. We have some of those too.
Okay.
But
But if I can
we want
can
to yes,
say,
Munashe, go ahead.
um, and gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, but I think whether male or female, I think every square inch of your skin should be attended to. Lips, tongue, teeth. I think every square inch. Some of us are more sensitive in some areas than others, but I really do think the whole body is your canvas.
every time or just
Start
sometimes.
painting.
Hold on
So
there.
I
Hold on
must
there.
stand for the canvas every time.
So
Everybody,
so
what?
I said the canvas must ensure the canvas every time or this is sometimes.
Okay,
should
man, I
they
hear
ensure that
that.
the canvas be attended to every
The
time
audio went.
or just sometimes?
Well, as we said last week, they're different moves. There are
Hmm.
times when you're moving hard and fast, and there are times when you're taking it slow and easy.
So
You know,
Munashe, you said something that I think violates Mr. Village Idiot's rules because
what's
you
that?
just said every inch of you should be attended to. And,
Yeah.
and then after that, he made the talk about teeth.
Hmm.
So where you try to say must kiss our teeth too?
It's this is
You
coming
want
off
to
of the cha
understand that one
the
there.
cha cha thing, right? And just like how I said, when it comes to my back, that's where teeth can come into play.
Oh, okay.
Not in it, not everywhere.
So it's you must use your teeth. It's not that you must kiss the teeth.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I mean, want to give a shout out to another friend of ours from Start that has just joined us. Welcome to Mr. Started Daily. We're continuing to talk. Aidan just dropped off again. I think she'll be back shortly. But I think
But
this is
I
a
wanted
good
to
time
ask a question though. Is it the same for
Mhm.
men? As I said, I know most women, the whole of our body is sensitive. If those nerve endings are tingling. But for the men, is it the same?
I think for me it depends on how much liquor I've had.
Okay.
Usually, when I am sober, I am a well-oiled machine that you cater to one part and that is it. But I waste of time for nothing else. But I, if I have enough influence, whether it be alcohol or other
A little
decriminalized
Mary Jane.
drugs, then I tend to get a little more sensitive in other places. But once I'm sober, don't waste your time. Just head south.
Head south with your head. Yeah, but
Or your foot, or your hand, or your
are
ear, or
your
your
foot
nose.
are your foot? Whoa, you're going good, man. Ears too.
Whatever gets
Um,
your jollies off.
all right, I hear you. There is. I would like to share with us um a quick little video that Munashe had mentioned earlier. If I can find it, because I just had it, but it looked like it gone. So I will recoup and regroup. Oh, all right, we can find it now. Um, and it's actually a quite interesting little video, and I think it talks about the artistry or demonstrates the artistry of kissing that we're talking about, because these are the things that
Above the
we have
navel.
to consider, right? And it's the above the navel type kissing. So I'm gonna load that up and share that with us. But again,
And I
polling the
want to hear
audience,
I want to hear the different responses, men versus women, because I'm
right?
learning that men do respond differently.
Okay, all right. And again, we're polling the audience. So, guys, if you want to join us, if you want to talk to us, you can go to our link tree at linktr.ee/TwepTwep, and you'll get there. As well as you can always join us by just sending a request, and I'll make sure I get that link to you. I'm going to be just sharing this quick video with you with us, and then we go from there. Oh, Jesus.
Notice some teeth coming into action now.
Yes, you see what I'm telling you. Sometimes you have a charge up on people. You see the way I use him teeth on our neck.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, imagine your breasts.
Mhm. No, but here's the thing I want to point out as we watch. Notice he started out gentle, slowly. There was no teeth in the beginning. But from you hear her breath starts to go a little faster. Then you take it up. You say the pulling of the hair, the teasing her like he's gonna kiss her, and then he doesn't, and he goes back to her neck. There's art in this.
No?
No, indeed, because even the women in the chat who were opposed to the use of teeth, I told them to realize that when the moment get hot, the teeth get soft.
Cow.
That's some soft teeth at chop, I don't know.
No, you see, what I like about this, right, is not just the kiss. Yeah. It's much more than the kiss. The kiss is there to draw attention and to create focal points on the skin. But then the hands, the tugging of the hair, the pulling of the neck, the
Mm-hmm.
squeezing
Oh
on the
yes.
breast, the
Yep.
hand rolling down the groin. And then look at this switch to just a sweet pulling together of the hair so that it can go back to that rough touch. Like,
Exactly.
there is a genuine art in how you carry out this,
And you
and
see
you
the
move
way
from
he's teasing her.
and yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pause this so that people can actually talk, because I noticed
Right. And
you
it's a
know,
pity
who
we're
the
not going to
things
see
that
the.
go on.
It's a pity we're not going to see the end. But what I love is that when he's done, he walks away. I love that. She, I go for what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She primed and ready just from kissing her.
Yeah.
But I want to point out that this is a 3-minute long video. How many people in here
Mhm.
kissing for 3 minutes?
Oh, I
Really and
kiss for
truly?
longer.
So,
Yes,
oh,
of course, and longer. Hold
I'm
on,
not.
don't forget all high school days, make out session for all half an hour, and nothing
no,
happen.
some people get it so long.
Are you serious? I'm talking
No,
about kissing the way they were kissing. That couldn't go on for a little while. Remember, it's not just he's touching; he's all over her body.
Kiss more than that.
fine.
Well on. Kiss more than that. Talk to me. Wanna talk to me about kissing more
Thank
than that?
you.
A
Somebody
long.
after my own heart.
No, and the time I'm talk about. I don't think of time. I
Oh.
think of place. I don't think of
Oh
time.
no! Well, of course, it's going to go into
Why?
other things.
Because you see all me now, you see all the video I talk about, it have 20 seconds left. Yo, shirt come off in a let, you know. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Titty
Exactly.
in a road. Nipple up them. What? Trust
Teeth
me.
in the mouth.
Yeah, man. Long time. Long time. Um, but I like that you share that video, Munashe, because I think we've been talking about this art, but without some kind of a visual demonstration. It just
Mhm.
sounds a lot like, a group of people talking. Yeah. But
Right.
when you can break down a session from kissing on the lips to deep kissing to activating both the sorry about that, to activating both the sense of touch to the sense of sound, right? So you buy her here, you activate at her sense of space by pulling away and then pulling back in. You give her pressure sensation and all these things. So when we're talking about kissing, we're talking about mixing and enticing the body in a way
Mhm.
that, yes, focuses on the use of the lips and the mouth and the tongue, but it is also about mixing in all the rest of these things, and you're having a conversation with the kids. Yeah, you know, tell
Yep.
her, say, yo baby, me go do this to you, and me go put that this on, me go put you up on which grill and tie up which hand and foot, and tell her those things. You're whispering sweet nothings literally, because you're not saying a thing,
Mhm.
and your touch is like a whisper just going into her earlobe and permeating her brain, and it's like mash it up. Hey, you
Thank
know
you,
what? Let
Mm.
me
bro.
stop.
Thank
Let me
you.
stop. Let me stop. Cause me I get intense. But outside of all of these things, right? I want to point out. So please, if you're going to kiss a woman in a particular way, right? Understand the game that you are playing. You are
Yes.
creating a hungry tiger, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And unless you are ready to feed her fully, do not get her engine running in that kind of way. But I do want to know, throw it out now, because last show everybody was talking about last show on Whispers. Everybody was talking about how my king score was low. So Una tried tame me, even though So I know business about the rest of this conversation. We're now half an hour in. I can now say this. Or half an hour in, we deal with the top half of the body. Come we talk about kissing below the top half now. Right? How do you approach the front? So you're going to go and you intend on kissing this lady across her vulva. What kind of approach works best for you? Ladies in the chat, talk to me. Because you see, I think this is where now kissing switches out now, right? Not switches away from kissing it out. Because you're still kissing as you approach. But you can switch out now into licking and blowing and using now your mouth for other kinds of things, yeah? So you're going to use different types of airflow as you blow, whether or not you can blow hard or you can blow soft, whether or not you're going to open your mouth so that it is warm air that comes out of your mouth and warms the area, or you're going to purse your mouth so that is cool air. Talk to me about that, especially you, Mr. Villager. You have a 10-tip guide on how to kiss a woman lip to lip. So let's talk about the other pairs of lips, the lip to lip.
Well, you see
and the 10 points you need.
The other pair, I don't share the guide because you don't fatten no foul for the mangoes.
Rotted. Boy.
Okay.
Well, we're having some what not to do.
Yes, the cha-cha might not work then.
I had a conversation with some men once at a shop, a corner shop, which is where we have some of the best conversations. And one man gave me the very good advice. He said, "Don't ever make a man yam your woman from you." So simple as that.
So what that mean?
That means there shall be no 10-point methodology that I'm sharing with nobody. Those are my secrets.
Oh, okay, all right.
So maybe we women can share.
But to
yes,
what you said, though, what I will add though to what you said, one of the things you mentioned about whether you blow warm air or cold air. I'm quite curious to hear from the women which they prefer.
Well, I think everybody is different. I think everybody is different. No, it's not like them, turning on the fan. I know what they're talking about, but I do think everyone is different. But for me, just like the video, how the guy started out slow, easy, gentle, and it got intense. It's the same with whichever lips you're kissing. I do like the different sensations: the cold, the warm, the teasing with the tongue, teasing the tongue with the tongue. Don't forget the lips. Don't forget the outer. Don't forget the inner. Personally, I don't like the idea of sticking tongue in the vagina. I don't like it. That's me. Other people do.
I don't mind.
Right. That's why I say other people do. Everybody is different. So at the end of the day, if it's the first time with the woman, this is my advice to men. Slowly explore and figure out. See what she responds to. Ask her.
Munashe, someone in the chat says, "How about you tell the men what not to do?"
Well, I just said one thing. Well, and again, I can only speak for myself because everyone is different. I must say though, the clitoris is very sensitive, and sucking too hard or too much teeth, I don't know if there's any woman out there that likes that. So ladies, talk to me, but I know most women I speak to. Some men just get too carried away.
I don't really, how the audience member said, why you don't tell them? When it comes to kissing the bottom lip, I do like the exploration. I like the starting off soft, then we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna get rough. We're gonna kiss some, lick some, flick some, insert some. I like the idea of having variety because I think when it comes to downstairs cooking, we respond differently to different people, to different times, to different tones. So yeah, I may not want nothing in there this time, but I don't mean that's what I want all the time. I don't think if I step I'm not into this, so I'm gonna tell the guy don't do that. I want to see
Tell
what
you
you
what,
do.
I will say this. Think of it not like a corner ice cream, but instead like a Julie mango.
All
You
right, all
like
right.
that.
Hold
You like
on.
that.
That's kind of instructive. But I mean, we have an audience member who has decided that she wants to join us to talk to us a little bit, and so I want to bring in Latanya and hear from her as to what
Hi.
she has to say. Welcome, Latanya.
Hi.
Welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
We're talking about men kissing the downstairs pairs of lips. But while you're here, we're going to switch it up to women kissing the downstairs tongue. Well, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay,
We're
we'll
talking
not come
about
again.
women. Yeah. We're going to find our next way to talk about it. No worry. We'll soon bring it up. Right? But right now it's man doing woman. Yeah?
Okay.
What you have,
Oh, go.
what you have to tell me?
Okay.
Over to you.
Well, initially, I had written in the chat that you should use tongue first because that's for me, right? Because you need to trace where your lips are planning to go.
Okay.
Right. And then from there it's just little kisses here and there. This is lips only, and then you can even French kiss it afterwards.
Okay. So there's a
That's
difference
for
now
me.
between kissing and French kissing. Talk to me about that difference between kissing and French kissing, because not everybody understand. I'm not going to tell that I understand what you're saying. So talk to me about this difference now between kissing and French kissing. And yeah.
Okay. All right. With regular kissing, you're using lips alone. Your lips alone. They can be like the peck, which is the mwah mwah, or it could be just a little more wet, where you're actually putting the other lips in between your lips, right? And then with the French kiss, now that's where the tongue is involved. You're actually French kissing, like how you French kiss a regular lips.
Oh. So then you're using both your lips and the pressure from your lips as well as the movement and control of the tongue to kind of explore the entire surface area, right?
Correct.
All right, I hear you.
Yes, it's a mixed method.
It's a mixed method approach. All right, I hear you. So one of the things that we're hearing, and I'm seeing the content here, right. That is
on
there.
the tongue.
and I'm seeing the content there that says at the end of the day, now guys, we village don't want to share with you, but a lot of the considerations that you'd make.
I share that very key point, and all who have the smarts we think deeper and can look into that.
So remind me what the key point is now.
It's multi-layered. Let's it out. I said think of it not like a cone of ice cream, but instead like a Julie mango.
Okay, and I disagree with that. I think you should more think about it like ice cream on a cone, because with the mango, you're a bit rough.
You realize
not always.
Yeah, I'm with the mango though.
I'm actually along the same lines with what you're saying. You like.
Continue.
Mr. Word boy, you know.
Hold on. No man, more here. Aidan, come here. Aidan says she's like a mango.
I do like the mango. Like when I'm looking at the mango, I'm looking at something raw. But the mango is a delicate, juicy, supple. We're not just licking.
That's not what I was looking at. I'm talking about how you would eat it, and that's what he's referring to.
Yeah, but you say,
but for me, and that's what I'm saying. For me, I feel like when eating a mango, it's a bit rough in comparison to an ice cream cone.
Latanya, let me tell you the problem. You're thinking about when you suck the seed dry. That is when it's But think about when you just
So what is the rough mango, Latanya? Latanya, you describe the roughness. How you see in a mango as well?
Repeat.
You describe what it is that you see as rough. You said that in your mind, eating a mango is a rough exercise. So explain that to me.
Okay, it's kind of hard to explain per se, but visually, like I'm seeing it. I'm looking at the Julie mango. I'm eating the Julie mango. But to eat a Julie mango, it is rough.
All right, hold on.
And it requires a whole heap of extra effort.
Let me ask a question.
But how else can you eat an ice cream but to just lick it endlessly? You tug your ice cream, you bite the ice cream, you know?
No.
Hold on. Let me ask the village idiot something.
The ice cream can
village idiot.
different ways.
Right. Hold on, the Latanya. Village idiot. Are you talking about an overly ripe mango? A turned Julie mango?
First of all, when you eat turned mango or green mango, you add salt to it. I don't know what kind of woman you know what
Exactly. Thank you.
You know, sprinkle salt. I am speaking very specifically, sir, to a ripe Julie mango. No, I don't know how Latanya eats her mangoes.
Right.
Okay.
I eat them raw.
I don't eat my mangoes.
When she don't eat, hold on. When she don't eat, the seed white. I'm not here and I left by that's why.
Exactly. She used her teeth and scrape off everything out of the mango.
Exactly.
Jeez and peas. You know what? It's before I allow not to go any further. I will keep a little eye on the time. I've seen some really interesting comments here. I see something about Julie R. East Indian, right? Because you have to talk about what kind of mango we're talking about. And you see there are more women who just don't get the mango reference because they just feel like it wrong up.
Exactly.
But I want to leave the mango reference there because I want us to come back to it because there was something that was said that I want to switch it around because they say, woman love talk about when man a eat, but no, I want to hear about when woman a kiss man body, no.
Okay,
right? When uno approach the body, so uno reach now, so uno decides, all right, uno check out the restaurant not dirty, the restaurant not a cockroach or fly, them something there. And you decide, say, yo, you want a piece of sausage, see? Right? Uno approach the table. Talk to me about that. Break it down for me.
Well, I love the sausage. I admire the sausage. It's still terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what I can do. Is it any better?
A little better.
Barely, yeah.
I'm not saying you again.
And it gone again.
This is terrible.
Munashe, you take the lead.
Is it any better now? No.
Not really,
going in and out. It's going in and out.
Munashe.
Okay. Well, again, remember we're all different. For me, if you notice how I talk about kissing, always starting gentle, then up in the tempo as you go along. And for me, I'm the type of person that I get totally involved. I mean, I lose myself in everything, but always start out a little gentle and then up the intensity, the pressure, everything. And I haven't had any complaints yet.
So Munashe, right?
Yeah.
Just to be a little rude. So we're talking about franks or links or button and light post.
Doesn't matter the size.
Well,
I just want to know if the Uno was saying that every woman different, every man different, will you change your approach based on the man? Because if you take a light post approach to a Frankfurter, you're got problems.
No, I think the approach is the same. The problem is coming with the gagging.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes in, but the approach is the same.
All right, more here what Latanya said. Wait, you say Latanya? Go on again.
No, I completely agree with Munashe.
No, man, you're going into details, man. Go on, man.
Oh, details. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, man, you're going into details. But they hear them, so you can talk. Yeah.
Okay, So what I do, I take my time in terms of little kisses coming down, right? And then when I reach the shaft,
you're the pro man. The shaft.
yes, the shaft.
Right.
I play small kisses along the shaft and then to the head. Because I have a very long tongue, I can actually wrap it around the penis, so I'm fine.
So?
Mama. Mama.
Yeah, so
all right, let me go to the comment section. I expect the comment section to light up about now.
There's a small delay to the to the Facebook. Right? There's a what? It's the little dangly thing that's at the
want
back
to
of the
touch a
throat.
dangly thing at the back of the throat. Yes.
Wop,
Yes,
wop,
that's a wop.
Boy, on a too serious, but you said something, Munashe, but that I actually want to take you on about, because you see, you say you've never had a complaint, yeah? Which man is going to complain to you? Say something. Say, you know how bad you have to be to make a man complain. Say a sucking body.
Well, that has happened when I was just starting out.
That you were kissing his penis.
Yeah, that's true. When I was young, and it's not that he was complaining. I've always asked for feedback. And in my earlier days, when you just start out, the feedback was
necessary.
This was a long-term boyfriend, so it never come nowhere. I really wanted to know. And he said, I kind of felt your teeth. And I go, okay. And I actually said to him, well, let me know. And he talked me through it. And since then, I've never had anybody say teeth business. So I say, okay.
Well, that's good. You incorporate the feedback. I don't even know what to call that anymore. I call her special trick. Special trick.
I'll change my name when the next time I come on. Thank you.
By the way, ladies, teeth, not necessarily a bad thing, but make sure you know where too.
Exactly.
Teeth is
I've learned that too.
It's not for the apprentice. You have to have a few miles of body in your mouth first before you
That's
can
right.
start with teeth.
Correct.
That's right. That's right.
Boy, it's serious. All right, Latanya, I'm enjoying having you here, but I'm going to free up the space for someone else who wants to join. So if anybody else wants to join, let me know. Thank you for your time, Latanya. Thank you for your feedback. Looking forward to more feedback from you. Yeah, man, special trick. You with that.
By the way, I have a quick question for the women who are listening.
Okay.
Do you respond well to feedback? Say you were given a bad blowjob and the man said, hey, this not working out for me. Would you take the approach of Munashe and ask for constructive feedback on how to improve, or would you just shut down and call it a day and getting your feelings and insecurity and all of that?
Well, once I ask for it, that means I'm ready for it. When I ask for it, I don't know. I really don't know how I respond.
Wait a second, if the feedback just spring upon you.
Yeah, that one kind of like.
But it depends. Am I coming
you are here much
better.
Welcome, Doc.
Much better.
Welcome.
I think in terms of feedback, if I'm asking for feedback, really?
After the big celebration.
Go on, talk, and somebody transcribe. Talk.
Any better at all?
Yes.
Yeah, but you have an echo. But talk.
In terms of feedback, not if I'm asking for feedback, it's because I don't really care about the person. I'm more care about my technique or something. So then if I ask for it, it's because I don't really care. I just want to get better at the actual body something. If somebody I do care about and enjoy them out here, on my best work and be on the side, it's a bit too much saliva for me. Then be my feelings like, no, I'm supposed to be the best. No, what you doing?
True. It's true. Feedback by somebody from somebody you care about, it's different, yeah?
Exactly.
Than somebody, you just use it as a practice tool.
Mm-hmm. No, right. But if you're using them as practice, then you want the feedback.
No, right. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but if I hit and run, a dive in, who cares about feedback? You're really just in it for your own selfish pleasure. and move on. I don't care. I don't even care if I'm enjoying myself once I enjoy mine.
So hold on. So what you're saying?
How many women are giving head for themselves?
Exactly. That's a very good question. How many women are giving head because they like giving head? They're giving it for your own pleasure. You're not trying to please the man.
Because you have women who do it as an obligation. Oh, it's a birthday thing.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas thing. Whereas you have other people who just love getting their women sausage.
Yeah. There are women who have orgasms giving head.
I
All of
agree.
that too. I guess you must hit in her special spot at the back of the throat there. Back of the throat. Back of the throat. You know, I do. No, Latanya, you have orgasm by giving head. Is that your trying to say? Or that you just enjoy giving head? Which one then? Clarify that. Real quick. But I want to know, spin it around, because you see, we start this thing with the art of kissing because two people are kissing each other, right? And that was the above the waist kind of argument. Now that we're below the waist, I still want to talk about two people kissing each other, right? What about 69? Is it a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Do you do it with? How do you get to the point of getting into 69? Because
I hate it.
you hate it.
I don't hate it, but it's very distracting for me.
Exactly.
I can't fully be present and enjoy
Thank
myself.
you.
Enjoying you. So it's something we are doing one of to pick.
Yeah. I'll do it for 10 seconds and then move on. And I don't like it.
Wow. So the general consensus from the ladies on the show is, listen, this 69 thing, but me not play. If you're going to give me something for me to enjoy, give me something for me to enjoy. If I going to do something that I enjoy, I want to do something that but I don't want to be trying to enjoy while
and give pleasure
at the same time.
Yeah.
But don't have say women are the multitaskers. I don't understand that one.
but you have to remember women's orgasms are very emotional and mental. So I
Exactly.
can be present while I'm trying to pleasure you. I can be fully present. So that just leaves me out.
I see. Village there, what are you thinking? If you're there, because you've been very quiet on
Boy,
me.
as long as she not fat, good.
As you say that, will we be talking about putting the lips on the rear area? Or
my neck,
definitely.
my back, my
Definitely.
and my yeah.
Definitely.
Everything I get touched.
Yeah, man. We're gonna touch everything. I want to ask, I started to clear this question so that we can troubleshoot it. What are you asking here? I started. What is it that women don't like about 69, or you're surprised that you're hearing that women don't like 69? Give me a little more clarity on that.
I didn't say I didn't like it, just to clarify.
It's hard to give and receive at the same time. As again, each of us can only speak about our experience and our likes and dislikes.
Right.
For me,
69 though.
Sex is kind of spiritual. So if I'm being pleasured, I'm in my head. I just want to be pleasured. If I'm giving pleasure, I don't need no help. I don't want him to do nothing. Allow me to give and do for him. That's how I am. I don't want to multitask. Multitask is when I deal with the children and the house and work at the same time. When it comes to pleasure, it's focused.
Oh, okay, all right. Kimmy Glam, give me a little bit more on that 69. I started in clearing up is like, is it that these women don't like to be at the bottom, meaning the man is on top of you, so he would be on top of you in doing the 69?
No, that's not it.
Is it
not
a
at all.
positional thing? Is it a power dynamic thing? Because
it's just that I can't mentally be there. But I do, like I said, it's not that I don't like it. To me, it's a good precursor. So we both down there with pleasure in each other, but let's move on. It's not going to be a long-term thing for me, and I'm not going to orgasm from it.
Okay.
And if it is that I'm going to be pleasured from it, we might bite him. So no.
Oh wow, that sounds serious. Wickedness. All
What
right.
I start to need to understand for a woman when we're orgasming, every single energy, everything is focused on that area.
But our
So
starter
we
is a
cannot
woman's
be
thing, you
giving.
know.
Oh, so our start is okay.
So wait,
Okay.
so Munashe,
She just don't agree with you, know.
when you
Okay.
orgasm, your jaw tighten.
Yeah.
Ow.
Sometimes it depends.
That that
It
that
will
that that
lock.
that sound like whole heap of things can go wrong, but we're not gonna so. We need to start walk and look for people who have, you know what? Leave it alone, dog. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I'm on trouble it.
No, we're not troubling those things. So now, Doc, you brought up the last place. Well, not the last place because we have the toes too, right? And kissing of the toes,
Ah,
kissing of the knees, the back of the
yes.
knees,
Back of the
those
knees,
places too.
yes.
But
Bacanes.
but let's start at the bottom and get to the top, no? So
The literal bottom.
you understand. So this kissing of the bottom. So I want to separate now, just like what we talk about the separation of the lips versus the vagina versus the clitoris, right? So separation of the vulva versus that structure. I want to do the same thing with the bottom. So there is the bottom jaw, and then there's the bottom hole, and then there's the space between the vagina or penis and the bottom hole, right?
Taint.
Tank.
The taint, yeah,
Taint.
right. Um, and Astarte is coming back and saying 69 is great foreplay, but
Yeah,
definitely not
that's
for
what we said.
orgasming, right?
And
So
that's what we said.
I think all of the ladies are now, you know, getting on the same page right there. So let's talk about these things because I hear that the taint is a magical place for a man to receive stimulation. I don't know if it's the same thing for a woman. Um, and what I think is that the taboo is less even around kissing the anus, the bottom hole, and more around the fact that if you talk about kissing the bottom hole, people assume that you're tonguing, aka French kissing, as I learned from Latanya earlier, right?
Nah.
French kissing the bottom hole, or even sucking the bottom hole, right? So,
Mm.
I mean, I don't want to, given that this is such a taboo topic, I won't tell anybody to say what they do or don't do unless you are willing to share that out there, right? If you're willing to share it out there, that's up to you. I won't call you out on it. But what I will say is what I've found is that a lot of I've heard that a lot of women like impact play on the buttocks because it's this big muscle. So like they like impact and force play on the buttocks. And what they
When you
really
say,
like
when you
is
say impact and force play, what do you mean? Like spanking?
slap, punch, drop kick. No, not drop kick. I would mess that.
I would hope not.
Slap or punch. And again, not to harm, but just to cause that impact and that force, right? So there are two types of impact play. There's open palm impact play, which is the slapping and the spanking, etc., etc. And of course, with open palm impact play, it is more of a superficial impact, and so you need to be careful about how you redden the skin or so on. But the people who like that usually are getting two types of sensations. They're getting that auditory sensation from the sound of the slap, the bap, and then they're also getting that initial prick and spread of the physical sensation. Versus the people who like close fisted impact play, they like to feel the force and that massaging tension and that deep shuddering impact that
Hold on. There are
goes through
people
the
that
muscle.
want their ass punched.
Yeah, man.
Are
Yeah,
you
man.
serious?
Yes,
Okay.
real punch. Right. So I
Wow.
mean, and see, you have this now. It's the characters beginning to talk about the minions, and we have somebody else highlighting that we don't need to talk, we don't need to get stuck on the what would I say, on the taboo areas. There's places like the inner hip and the back of the knee. I think we mentioned some of those there. So
Sorry
but
to cut you. I see a
yes,
comment from Kimmy Glam. Stab up and chop.
I
Three.
and I, boy.
Anybody care to enlighten me?
It's best Kimmy herself and like
Kimmy Glam, talk to us about that. Talk to us about that. That sound kind of like we're talking about Kings, which by the way will be coming shortly. But in the time we have left, guys, we have about 5 to 10 minutes left. Let us tackle that bit of taboo, and then tackle some less taboo areas, right? So my thought is, if one, obviously to me this is a level of intimacy, long-term relationship kind of a thing. Well, granted, I am Jamaican. In America and other cultures, this is not based on any kind of level of intimacy. This is as normal as kissing on the neck, right? But I don't know. What do you ladies think about it? I almost ask you, has it ever happened to you? Kissing the ass.
You mean,
kissing the asshole play, with the tongue and lips and so on.
Rimming
All of them. Yeah, man, all of them.
I think it's all a part of the learning experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't let go, so.
So nowhere is off limits. Nowhere is out of bounds. We need to experience.
But I said it earlier.
Caveat. It is an extremely intimate area. So this is not like she said, when you meet somebody the first night, that part of the restaurant is not open.
Right.
For any walk-us by.
But when you say you're not carrying nobody in the kitchen.
No. I think at a certain level of intimacy, eventually you get back there.
And this is both for the man doing it to the woman and the woman doing it to the man. Yeah?
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Suppose the two are just meet and the two are a doctor.
What?
That make a difference.
No.
Isn't it generally assumed that doctors know what to do and what not to do? So I'm not going to dive in it without that.
Why
is there an echo?
Forget that this is still an area that is relatively dirty. So you have to know who you're messing with, how them deal with them things. Was it prepared before my dining? Like, it can't just be over, both like clean stuff.
And that's why I thought about doctors, because you're going to know going in that, all right, you have to clean up yourself. So, all right, you don't forget it.
No, hold on, no. This does bring us now to and as religion that was raising, is shaving the asshole a part of like everyday hygiene? Because enough man not shave them balls, some of the think them are gonna shave them ass, right? But that the entire thing of, if it is that you're going to explore the place, are you going to allow exploration to happen? Take care right now.
Exactly.
And that includes shaving, that includes, proper wiping, washing, all that make something there.
I think as a general rule, anytime you're gonna have anybody getting into your crotch, as common courtesy, just keep your crotches clean for them.
That's
Thank
true.
you. Exactly.
Whether not to the front of your crotches or the back of your crotches.
Whether the front, the middle, or the back, just clean it.
And if you keep clean, it allows for spontaneity. If it ain't put together, nobody not gonna wanna go back there.
All of that too.
The shaving thing though is interesting to me, because I would prefer for someone not to shave, because that kind of upkeep. Can you imagine if you're back there and it's prickly? Because it's gonna grow back harder. The hair is gonna be harder and more brittle. So I think, at the risk of not sounding racist, I do think shaving and bleaching are more Caucasian activities. I don't know if people are shaving back there.
My ear.
They get it waxed.
My ear.
Indeed, right? They're full Brazilian. Yeah. What about the men? I know the men not waxing.
There are men who do. 2020, honey.
I don't wax. I see no reason to cause myself any more pain than life already gives. However, I will use what is something name? The cream over the hair drop off.
Near.
That's something.
I will near just because it's less harsh on my very soft and sensitive skin.
No, sir. Me know the idea of dropping chemical anywhere below my knee if it's frightening me.
Right. It is frightening, but sometimes I can't bother shave down there. It's just my skin is delicate, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. We hear you. We hear you. All right. So I mean, I think we will leave anal play for another show around Kings that's coming up next month. Well, no, not next month. Let me tell you right, so next year. But we do want to talk about the quote unquote weird places people kiss. I heard one place mentioned. What you know? It's 2020, guys. We're doing sugaring now, and can a man manage the pain of a wax? These are all questions that we can manage a little bit later. I saw somebody say armpit. I saw somebody say well, back of knee.
Right. The navel.
Can a
Something like
man
the
wax
navel.
their balls? I guess them have a high tolerance for pain. Well, I
No,
guess
sir. I would be telling wish that on anybody.
I'm a woman and I'm feeling that, just thinking about
See, you
it.
know, one man said fire.
When I still have to fire in 2020, we
Well,
firing things.
fire. Yeah, that's things are bottom.
What about the ears? I didn't see any women
No,
mention.
nobody. Well, I think that it was kind of an assumption based on the video when we're talking about neck and chin and all
Yeah,
them
I don't
stuff.
like no
I think
tongue
ears
down
did
in
come
my
in.
ears though.
Me either. Me
It's
either.
like a
No, no,
wet
no, no,
willy.
no.
Also, I'm very
It's
conscious of the
disgusting.
fact that my sinus drain, and if you know this, people who have sinusitis, they have wax buildup. I mean, I keep my ears clean, but I'm just always very conscious of lad.
What you say? You don't want
Yeah,
to taste
I
I
don't
don't
salty.
want
want
no
the
tongue in my
tongue.
ears.
I don't want the
What
tongue.
about
The
licking
wet.
and sucking of the
Yeah,
earlobe?
the earlobes
The
and tracing
earlobe.
the whole to ear and all of that. But you know, some people love stick them tongue down in people's ears. It's
True.
nasty.
While them must suck, them must stick them tongue down in there.
Yeah, it's nasty.
But let me ask you something now. What about more know about the back and knee? Anybody there who do like the back of the knee? The man I say him a go bonfire straight to the year 5,000, 20, 40, 2,200. Him still a bonfire.
Wrong
The back of my
chat.
knee is sweaty, you know, so I can't imagine anybody. I can't imagine enjoying anybody kissing the back of my knee.
Back
Well,
of knee, front of knee,
a
toe.
freshly showered back of me.
I only freshly showered is still a sweat.
Boy, I tell you. What about the toe sucking? Who I mean, I think I can ask this. Anybody ever had their toes sucked?
Oh Lord Jesus,
Yes,
yes.
and
You
it's
know?
A Trini
wonderful.
man. A Trini man
Mm-hmm.
took me on one time and I've
Boy,
never forgotten it. So Lord have mercy.
I can tell y'all a clap your knee.
Exactly.
Serious man. All right. So boy, it looks like it looks like at the even though this still feels a little hot. I think we've raised a lot of topics that we're going to. The man who they burn out the
Is that a
bottom.
question or a statement? Back
Which
of
one
me is
that?
a spot.
No man, he might make a statement.
Oh, it's a statement. Okay.
So I think what we've done is we've touched a lot of topics that obviously we're gonna have to come back to at some point. I don't think this is going to be a part 3, but it is definitely a setting for us to get some more topics. Yeah. I do want to say before we move on, and I'm sorry that I'm cutting it so abruptly, guys, but I don't want to remain conscious of our broadcast time of the hour. So next week, please come back. We're doubling up. We're doing back-to-back TwepTwep live shows this month into next month. Next week, we are actually going to be doing, or not next week, November 5th. We're going to skip Thursday the 29th, and we're going to go straight into November 5th. And we're going to be doing sex toys and the stigmas around sex toys. Our guest during that show is going to be Mr. Dilderman himself, the proprietor of ATEJA, one of the most well-known sex toy stores and deliveries here in Jamaica, definitely in Kingston right now. And he's very, very ready to come and talk and to have some feedback and to hear from you around what kind of sex toys you're looking at, what kind of how you use sex toys in your general play.
Any
and so on.
Giveaways?
We are working on it. We're working on it. We're working on some giveaways. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to make any announcements and then, drop off of the work as literally that's what I say. So that said, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining us. If you liked the show, please come back next month. It's November 5th, and we have a live show every first and third Thursday. So please just share,
like our Facebook page,
yep.
Twitter, Instagram.
And if you feel like you want to suggest a topic, feel free to visit the website and hit that suggest a topic button. We're very, very open to continuing this conversation around intimacy and bringing intimacy to the forefront of our conversations. Thank you and good night, all.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Guys. Hope you all enjoyed the show.
Thanks for having us the second time.
And remember, Julie Mango.
No, we don't try to. Hey, We ain't got nowhere to be. We've got a moment to breathe and watch the clouds roll by. There's no such thing as time when we You don't have to say anything. I don't want you to think too much. Let our bodies soak in the sun. Yeah, there's no need to run, no rush. You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world. No, we don't try to impress. Baby, we're not like the rest, oh. Just sitting on the steps outside. The stillness frees our mind. You don't have to say anything. I don't want you to think too much. Let our bodies soak in the sun. Yeah, there's no need to run. You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world. You don't have to say anything. I don't want you to think too much. Let our bodies soak in the sun. Yeah, there's no need to run. You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world. You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world. You're my caffeine.